You know what that sound means? It means it's serious bullshit podcast. For some reason, there's guns going off. You know what that sound means? You just entered the podcast sound. It's just two guys podcasting. It's really not. There's nothing that crazy happening here. It's just two fellas getting together here. We're live, getting together here once a week. No, the song ended. Oh no, you didn't hear the song.
I couldn't.
I didn't play it through for you. Sorry. Did that fuck you up? Did that fuck your vibe up?
Yeah, that fucked me up. I was waiting for the song to start. Yeah.
It happened. It happened. The song happened. Just pretend like it happened. Just remember the last week. Remember how that song went, or whenever it was. It was like 3 weeks ago. It looks kind of like you're drinking out of like a swamp water fish bowl, and there's something floating on the bottom. What's going on there?
It's a mason jar with ice.
Oh, all right. I guess I'm seeing the shit. Is it yellow stuff in there?
Yeah, so I didn't learn, right? So 3 years ago, I threw another graduation party for my family. But yeah, buy Coronas. We'll drink them. People are basic. Right?
Corona's basic?
Yeah, like, you know, as opposed to like a brewery beer.
I mean, I think Corona's like at least top tier basic. It's just like top tier what you can get at any gas station.
Yeah, it's like you think top.
It's definitely the most expensive one. I remember back when we was po as fuck.
Yeah.
Fucking me, Stu, and Mike living in that house, and like Coronas was like, you got to ball out if you're getting Coronas, dude. I hope you did good at the tables tonight, man. Serving tables, not gambling tables. But yeah, I hope you did good at your tables tonight. Made a lot of cash.
Talking to me like I gambled for this.
That'd
beer.
be funny. Hope you did good at the tables tonight, bud, because you're gonna need it to cover this spread.
Yeah. So, anyways, nobody drank them. I'm drinking them now.
All right, Corona man. So, what's your beer of choice?
Right now, it's either a Happy Camper or it's that mellow yellow beer I'm always drinking. Mm-hmm. Or it's the Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
All right. So why do you like this? Because both of those beers suck cock.
Hey, why? Hey, what?
Both of those beers are fucking bitter as shit, man.
Hey, I just have to question. I'm just questioning your preferences. What? I like them. They taste good.
I don't know. I just
What I got? What's your beer choice?
Personally, I like something easy to drink, like Yingling, because I'm not trying to do it big, and I can drink like 3, 4 of them, and then just have a buzz instead of having 3, 4 beers and being like.
I got a question about Yingling.
Jacked.
Do you think that sometimes they taste like you just get a Footy Yingling?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes they're garbage, and sometimes it's literally the greatest
best
beer ever, and it's like, what the
agree.
fuck, man? Like sometimes I've had it, and it's been like flowery. And just, dude, like I could taste so much shit, and it was just like, wow, this tastes crazy good. Like, what the fuck? And then sometimes I've gotten it mostly in a bottle. I've gotten it,
bottle,
and I think it's because I think it's because they use the green bottle, dude. The same thing happens with Rolling Rocks a lot.
I was gonna say that Rolling Rocks tastes like foot. Sometimes you just get a Footy batch.
Heineken sometimes tastes like foot. Them green beers, bro. That's what they make. That's what they make those bottles out of. They shave down. You know that guy from Dual Survival? Have you ever seen that show? The guy walks around barefoot all the time, and the other 100 dude's always fucking pissed off because he's always got to like do extra shit. That. He's always got to do extra shit because the other asshole's barefoot. Yeah, he's like, fucking goddamn, man. We would be done here if you just had shoes, you douche. What the fuck, man? What an asshole. Yeah, they actually just shave that guy's callous feet down and grind that up to make. And they melt it down and make glass out of it. So I went a long way for that. Sorry. It's that Footy glass, bro. What you know about Footy glass? Hey, some Footy glass over here. I'm just a guy with Footy glass. What do you want to say? Yeah. How did we get on that, dude? Oh, shitty beers. Why do you like them? Yeah, beer of choice. Yeah. I definitely have more to say on that, dude. I don't understand why people like hoppy beers. Explain it to me. What is so good about the flavor of hops? Because hops is like, it tastes like dick. It's bitter.
Bitter. I like the bitter though. Just like, do you like strong coffee? It bites. Like a similar thing.
Yeah, but it's so different than a coffee bite because it's the heavy alcohol component to it that like I don't know, man. Every time I ever get craft beer, there's always like this fucking fucking aftertaste where it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. It's just like, I don't know. Is it supposed to taste this strong, and everybody just seems to go along with it like it's cool? Like they didn't put hops in beer for flavor. They put hops in it like that. Those IPAs to get across the Atlantic Ocean. It's not for. It was never intended to make it. Like, nobody was ever like, oh, this is the dankest beer. They were like, oh, let's take this dank beer and kind of fucking put this preservative in it that kind of tastes like shit. But when they get there, at least they got a bunch of beer to drink.
They didn't necessarily. I mean, it's not the exact same process, right? So I'm sure they're using more or less hops. They've refined it. They're figuring out what people like. They're changing it.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a component of like culture to it that adds to people liking it so much. Like the whole just I get it, you don't get why this is good. And it's like people can convince themselves that this is delicious, even though it does taste like dick. But like you just get used to drinking it and you just keep drinking it because you're not gonna drink fucking Miller Lite. That's basic shit, bro.
It also depends on like what I'm doing. So, if right now I don't mind having.
If you're on a boat, you're drinking Coors Light.
Yeah, or something light that I can drink all day.
That's just the perfect. That's exactly what it would be, though. Trust me. If Sterling was on a boat, it would be Coors Light.
It would be.
It's just funny.
But when I'm a lot of times I'm having dinner, right, and I just want one beer. So I want it strong. It's just like a. That's where it comes into play a lot. I don't want two beers. I just
okay, that's fine. Like that's fine. But to say that it's tastes better than like that Yingling on the best day, there's no craft beer that tastes better than Yingling on the best day. Just like there's no craft beer that tastes better than, like a fucking Mountain Dew or something, or like a nice latte. Like taste wise.
I like the taste. I don't know.
I was watching you calculating what you were about to say there. Like,
I don't know how to.
You don't have to convince me why. You don't have to convince me why it's good. I'm just saying. What do you think that there's anything to this, like the almost like the hipstery we like craft beers kind of thing? I'm not even going to ask you that question because I'm not even going to ask that question because of course there is. I mean, that's just dumb. Of course, there's probably people who just like to drink the beers for whatever reason, or just because they like it. And then there's always going to be a component of fucking people who like identify with drinking craft beer. Like that's part of who they are. I don't drink Miller Lights, bro. All right? It could be the only thing to drink at a party, and he'd be like, I don't drink that. Those people. When it's like, okay, no other options here, full keg of Miller Lite, and you're just gonna like not drink Miller Lite, even though it is the shittiest flavored beer in my opinion. I don't like it. I'd rather drink Bud Light than Miller.
Talking about.
That's fucking high life, dude. That's even like, I mean, that shit's just like drinking water. It tastes like I'm drinking seltzer water. You know what I'm talking about? Just plain no flavor seltzer water is what fucking high life tastes like, dude. It's fucking shit, dude. It sucks. Even that, I'm like, I'd rather have some like weird flavor than this. But
wait,
yeah, I don't know.
Wait, Mad Dog 2020 or High Life?
Ooh, anything but Mad Dog 2020, dude. Does anybody still drink that? Do they still sell that?
Yeah, dude, they still sell them.
Do you think it's just fucking 17-year-old kids like us?
No, it's hobos. That's the main. We're the side business. 17-year-olds are the side business.
That's how fucked up it is, man. Like society, dude. Like, kids are gonna be experimenting with these things this age, and now we're stuck drinking fucking hobo liquor and shit because that's all we can fucking. That's how we get off. It's the only way to get off, dude. We didn't know any better. We didn't know that it was awful and it fucking was just gonna destroy our heads, and that just tasting something bad for half a second with a shot was way better than pounding down a bottle. We would each get our own Mad Dog and drink it like it was a Gatorade, dude, and just be like, all right, I guess we're just fucking pounding Mad Dogs, and then we'd just be wandering around the city, smoking blunts and shit, and eating Dramamine or something weird, and we'd go to a train yard or some stupid shit. Like, what the fuck? They're the weirdest fucking dude. the weirdest places. It would be your thing, dude. Sterling would just drive us to a random place and just be like, "We're smoking a bowl here," and be like, "All right, dude." He's like, "All right, we're rolling the dice here." Is what you should have said every time. All right, we're about to roll the dice here, bud. You ready? Fire up. No, we're rolling the dice in this place today. No, I don't frequent this, so I have no idea if cops come through here every day at a certain time that we're here at right now. But you know, just so many chances we took, dude.
On not getting busted, bad chances.
Yeah, dude. Look at you. You're fucking graduating nuclear engineering shit, dude. Look at all that. And just fucking, you could have squinched that up like a billion different times.
1 billion times. Absolutely.
You got real lucky, dude. You believe in luck?
I mean, I got lucky. So many times. So many dumb decisions. They haunt me. Sometimes I like wake up sweating.
Shut the fuck up.
No, I really have. I've been like, oh my. I've been thinking about it, and it scares me to think about how close I was to just fucking everything up.
Yeah. No, I had a couple too, man. I had a couple insane ones. I had that one where there was like 2 ounces of weed in the car and a bong in the back, and I had my permit. I didn't even have a driver's license. I drove my car to the back of this neighborhood, and we were smoking joints. And I flicked the joint when I saw these cops pull into this thing behind us. Like, there's nowhere to go. They just kind of cut us off, and I flicked the joint out. And they walked up to the car, and I was like, "Hey, we just didn't know where to go. We just wanted to stay out of the way. We didn't want to bother anybody." And they were like, "Well, where's the joint?" And like, "We just flicked it over there. We only had the one joint." And they were like, "All right." And they were like, looked around for the joint for a second. They couldn't find it, dude. And they both of them clearly wanted to get off of work. Like, they were not about dealing with this, dude. And they were like, "All right, just get out of here." And we fucking left, dude. Literally, if they would have opened the glove compartment, 2 ounces of the shittiest weed would have just dumped into their fucking hands, dude. And then there was a bong in a container in the back seat. And whatever else paraphernalia, but it would have been enough to fucking go to juvie or some bullshit like that, dude. It would have been awful. Who knows what, who knows what would happen if I went juvie for a fucking year or something, dude. Can you imagine that? I wonder what that's like. You think you can make it in juvie, bro? Fuck making it in prison, bro. You think you can make it in juvie, dude? When you were a kid?
Man, I would have made it. It would have made me a different person.
No, I just I wonder if there's like heavy bullying in there. I wonder if there's like a heavy pecking order in the juvie.
There's a pecking order everywhere.
Yeah. So you have to be really useful. That would be my strategy. I'm gonna make myself extremely useful to this fucking bully here, to whoever the biggest, baddest motherfucker is. Be like, "Look, dude, you need some of this shit done. I'm your guy. Look at this service I can offer you here. Bam. Just keep me around and I'll talk shit to everybody for you while you beat people up. I'll just be your shit talking guy, dude. That would be great. That would be my thing. If I was in prison, dude, my way to get around it, I'd be like, "Nah, dude, I'll just roast people."
Nah, because one day you're gonna not be with the bully. Then you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Oh, dude, you're right,
dude. With the bully.
Nah, dude, no, you're right. I'd have to like live with them. That'd be fucked up. Oh yeah, dude. No, I'd have to get a whole posse of people, so there was always some people around. I'd probably have to join the white supremacy gang, dude. They might make me cut my hair though. I'd be like, "Listen, guys, I can't do it." That's the one thing.
You're like, "Can I be the Jesus of the group?" Like we're all Christian, right?
I just like wear a monk robe or something. I just like meditate all the time in a corner, and I bet you nobody would fuck with me, dude. If I just looked like this, I meditated in a corner all the time, never spoke to anyone, just ate my food really quick and went back, and you just pretend like you meditate. Then when everybody falls asleep, you just do other shit or something. But like, think about it, man. You just fucking everybody be like, "That guy's he's crazy." You just pretend to be a monk, dude. Nobody would fuck with you. You don't fuck with the monk.
There might be someone who has like a little fetish for monks though. So
I don't think it's like that. I don't think everybody's. What's that guy say? That fucking prison talk guy. He's like talking about buffing cheeks. That's what it is. Buffing cheeks. Not everybody in there buffing cheeks. Okay, a lot of people think people are just in there buffing cheeks left, right. But to be honest, man, a lot of people ain't trying to do that. Some folks eventually go swing, but most people they just they ain't gay like that. Bussing cheeks. It's the funniest fucking phrase ever. Bussing some cheeks up. But yeah, I don't think it's as prevalent, but because could you imagine like, even if you were a hardened criminal, dude, just like, I don't know, man, not getting any pussy for like 20 years, is that enough to turn you gay, to make you sexually attracted to a man? I don't think that's how that works, right? I don't think that's how gayness works, does it?
No, I don't think so. I never thought it was. attraction. I thought it was two things. One, just the power. Two, just the opportunity to not be handling it with your hand.
Wait, what?
So one, right? Just the power of not jerking it.
Yeah, dude, but how do you get your dick hard and then fuck a man's hairy asshole? It's not like, oh, I just don't feel like jerking off today, so I'm gonna go fuck a dude's hairy ass. Like, what? That's a huge thing. Like, you're looking at it, you're like, oh no, there's balls hanging off of this asshole. I'm about to bang here, so that's just you. I feel like it would be, I don't know, man. I feel like if it does happen, it's got to be some sort of hyper dominant thing, which is like, it's got to be rare that somebody gets butt fucked in prison, dude. Because literally,
it's rare.
I would say it's got to be pretty rare in most prisons, unless you're in like some crazy prison where everybody's gay. But like I said, dude, like you'd have to be gay to have a hard ass dick and fuck a dude's ass. I feel like. I don't know, man.
Maybe you can mentally trick yourself.
What if you're like what if the guy's like halfway into it and he's like, God, I'm not into this anymore. And he loses chub. Oh, you losing chub, bro? You losing chub back there? What's going on, dude? You ain't feeling it? I don't kegel enough for you, bro. That's bullshit. You just get sassed back. Do you remember that movie, The New Kid? There's a scene where Eddie Griffin tells him when you're in prison, he's like, yeah, come in there, you do anything, you just squeeze and break. Squeeze and break. And he's like squeezing his ass cheeks together and just twisting his hips really fast. He's talking about just squeezing their dick and breaking it off.
What? Doesn't work. Okay.
I'm sure it does not work. No, I'm sure it does not work, dude. But like I said, like I don't think anybody really ever thinks about like put yourself in the shoes of somebody who's like gonna do that. Like, don't you just think like in the middle of it, you'd be like, man, this is weird. There's gotta be something in your head that'd be like, man, this is weird what I'm doing right now. What the fuck? Why am I about it? And then you're like looking at a dude's ass, and like I said, you're gonna feel his balls smacking off of your balls, dog. Okay? If you're fucking a dude in the butt in prison, your balls are smacking off of his balls at some point. And you're gonna have to, for one, I don't know how you bounce that kind of pain off. That could be painful. Just that kind of impact, depending on what kind of balls depending on what kind of balls this guy's got. You know what I mean? It could be he could have some serious. He could have some nicks, or he could have some pooties. Okay, shouts out to Truck Nuts for Mike's. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think it's rare. It's got to be rarer than people think, because I think that banging a dude is a lot crazier than someone. It's not like just whooping somebody's ass. Like you gotta live with yourself after you did that. Like if you're not gay and you just did that out of nowhere, it'd just be a weird thing to have to rationalize to yourself as to why you necessarily did that. If you're gay, then whatever. Then I get it. If there's a big giant gay dude in prison and he's just like going around, and he's like, I'm just gonna fucking fuck whoever I want to fuck because he's gay. Oh, well, that's different. Then that makes total sense. And then yeah, watch out for that guy. Don't go to that prison where there's the legit gay dudes roaming around that are like beefed up, ready to bust cheeks. buff them cheeks. But yeah, I gotta think. What is going on here? What is this?
It's for the video cast only.
Okay. What is this?
See the whole thing?
What is it? Oh my god, what's happening here, dude? Is that a pussy monster choking a guy out? Oh, this is pretty great, guys, if you're not seeing this right now. It's like a chick, Medusa-like, with that evil old pussy, and she's spreading that gash, and then there's like what looks like a uterus, which represents, kids, I guess, or something. And no, it's like the umbilical cord maybe coming out and strangling a dude. Like strangling a dude, and his dick's real hard though, so that's cool. So it seems like he's enjoying it. I mean, he's into it, right?
And it's a stencil, so spray paint it anywhere you need.
Yeah, the last scene of Kill Bill is crazy, dude. I didn't know it was like this. This is nuts. David Carradine, great job, man. Yeah, that's insane. What's that all about?
So,
you spray that as a decal?
A stencil, you'd spray paint on the side of a building or something.
So you're gonna stencil that on a building somewhere?
You could, hypothetically.
It's art. Yeah, it's art. I don't know what's going on here. You know, they say art is open to interpretation. I think we're gonna get a lot of the same interpretation from a lot of people. Isn't art like reality, dude? And that like if enough of people agree on this is the way it is, then we all just kind of like roll with it. Like this is art. And so it's like if you're like this isn't art, or this is, if you look at something and it's like fucking 99 out of 100 people say that this is art and this isn't art, and then one person says no, this is art. That person's fucking crazy and it's not art. Just like saying this is reality, this is the way shit works in reality, and then one person says Earth is flat, and you're like, nope, fuck that guy, dude.
I think it's art.
You think it's art?
You're saying it's not art? You don't think it's art?
I didn't say what we were talking about though as art. So I don't know what are you talking about? What's art?
The poster or the stencil we
just
went
that's
over.
art. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like abstract art and shit like that. Just things where you like look at it and you're like, man, what the fuck is going on here in this painting, dude? Or like a Jackson Pollock, where you're like a dude splatters a bunch of colors on a thing, and almost every single person that looks at it is like, this is fucking dumb. But then some people say it's art, and you're like, all right, so it's just like I was just saying, it's kind of an analogy to like reality, where it's like we all agree that this is the way everything is, because you know there's schizophrenic people and that person's reality, they might see things that aren't in our reality, but we all agree that this is the real reality, or is theirs the real reality. We just say it's not because they're just one out of the many. So art should be the same way.
Their reality certainly isn't our reality.
Yeah, so art should be the same way. So in reality, this art sucks cock. That's all my point was just coming back to. I just want to be able to say next time I go to that sculpture fucking park in Washington, D.C. or something, that this is not art. Not art, not art, not art.
The Christian not art stamp of disapproval.
No, I think I said it before. There's always a vagina if you look around it enough. It's really just a way for a guy to shoehorn a vagina statue into a town hall or a city or in the middle of a city. Seriously, if you just do a 360, you walk around it, or if you get a drone, sometimes you got to get a drone to get the right angle, but you'll always be able to find a vagina, well defined.
Yeah,
vulva included.
Then the only thing you have to find is where is that guy's bathroom window from there that he then wanks it to. That's the angle of the vagina. That's why he put it there, right?
Wow, dude, maybe so. I mean, that'd be a weird thing to jerk off to the same giant metal vagina every day, but, you know, whatever you're into, I guess, if that's his thing. Going deep on this vagina here, man. I'm just going to keep staring at my window. I got a telescope pointed at it. It's like, yeah, dude, you got a laptop right there, too, man. It's a weird. You can look at all kinds of vagina statues. Those are on the reg. But no, that is one thing I promise. If you just fucking give it time, and you see some weird, like the one in downtown Augusta, man, give it a spin one night, dude. Take a stroll around it. Take a stroll around it. Get all the perspectives, and you will see the light, brother. I promise you.
The one by Mello?
Yep, it's got a vagina in it, 100%. Vulva
Which
included.
Way?
Vulva included.
You don't know.
You gotta stand in your head.
It's just a guarantee.
You gotta stand in your head.
It's the Christian guarantee.
On the third bench from the left, next to the center fountain, where the sun shines at 6:34 p.m. You stand in your head, you'll see the vagina. Lights shine right through it, dude, like a fucking Mayan temple, bro. Yep, the light from the sun during sunset, man. And you can watch the sunset through, and it looks like the eye of Sauron, but it's a vagina. Vulva included. I feel like that's important. It's all there. Sterling's just looking like, what the fuck? Are you flipping a ruler around at me, dude?
Yeah.
Are you flipping a ruler at my ass, dude?
Rule boy here. Need a whistle.
Yeah, rule boy.
And a ruler.
So what the fuck else has been going on in the goddamn world? There's like volcanoes blowing up and shit, dude. There's all kinds of crazy shit happening.
Have you watched those videos?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of them with the dudes dropping shit in lava, or people, or the car.
I haven't watched any ones of the dudes. I've seen more like the aerial view. It's interesting because it's kind of calm.
Well, you're kind of cutting out. You're kind of cutting out for a second there. I don't know what that was.
Well, the lava is kind of calm, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like nothing's happening too fast. It's just everything the blob is touched is destroyed.
It's insane. It's insane that there's just a blob of death slowly just moving through the lands. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, we gotta all get our shit out because blob of death's coming through.
Are we talking about Mount St. Helens? Like, or is Yosemite? Yellowstone.
What about it? One already blew. Mount St. Helens already blew, and then Yellowstone's supposed to be some crazy shit under there.
Yeah, it's supposed to be all of America. I mean,
I think it's like just that, like all of the northwest area. Just for it'll probably be everybody's gonna get affected by it if it did happen because of just the what do you call it? The
size,
the smoke, fog type shit, whatever it is, the ash
volcano
cloud.
Fallout.
Yeah, the ash cloud shit. So yeah, I imagine that would really like atmospherically squinch everybody up a good bit. No air travel, so that shuts all that down. So it'd be very yeah, it'd be Fallout, bro. It would be a fucking video game out here. Be people doing crazy shit.
Super volcano.
You
listen to the Theo Von Joe Rogan?
I think I did, yeah. It's blurs sometimes because I just listen to him at work. Yeah, I definitely think. I
remember him talking about like if you jerk off in a hat, you're the devil, and then they went into all the different hats you wear.
That you could jerk off in.
Yeah, like which one was the worst?
Good and bad hats. I would jerk off. I would jerk off just socks on, bow tie.
I was trying to be the devil.
If I was trying to be the devil, I'd wear like somebody's fucking skin. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? Might as
well do baby dicks on a necklace.
A necklace of baby dicks, dude. These are all baby dicks. It looks like bullets, like one of those bullet things you put around your chest. Like Duke Nukem, but it's just all baby dicks. They're like, holy shit, this guy loves those little weenie things, man. I'm like, nah, man, straight baby dicks. The baby dicks of my enemies. That's a lot of babies. That'd be a lot of dicks. But yeah, any type of volcano is super scary. Just the fact that like they can burst up out of the ground, like those breaches that can happen. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like it hits like the water level, lava hits the water level, and so the steam fucking starts building up pressure into there, and then it'll like the lava will start finding like veins of weak veins in the ground, and it'll like work its way out in other directions besides just up the volcano, and then like literally your fucking backyard just like could blow open, and it can blow some of these shits like 2 miles or like a mile away. This rock from just the straight pressure of the steam but it just blows it out, and then you could have just fucking lava squirting out in your fucking backyard. Not squirting, but bubbling out in your backyard.
Yeah, so no one knew that was gonna happen. Would you still visit Hawaii?
Would I still visit it right now?
Not right now, but I mean, like, let's say it goes away. Why does it matter? It's still there. It could happen to anyone.
Yeah, it's not a big deal, I guess, right?
Unless you're standing there.
Unless you're there. Yeah, that would be insane, dude. It's just like you're just chilling, sitting down after work. Yeah, having lemonade with your kids by the pool, and just the whole fucking thing just blows up, dude. Giant stones. You get blasted a mile down the road. Holy shit. Yeah, that's one of the most bizarre. I didn't know that was even an effect of volcanoes, that there was a potential for that to just be happening all over the place. I definitely don't think it'll hurt tourism. I think it'll probably increase tourism. People want to see lava. People want to see lava, dude.
I do, but I want to see it in video. I don't want to travel there right now, but I'll definitely go there one day. Again.
It's like, oh, it doesn't seem dangerous. You know, lava moves slow. We'll just go check it out. But it's like, dude, I don't know, man. That whole place looks like it could just blow up or something. Like, how do you trust the earth? Like, I don't know what's going to happen, dude. What if that volcano, like, really blew up or something crazy? It's like they can't tell what the fuck's going on under there, right?
And no one knew this was. No one predicted this, right?
Yeah, so you can't go down and see what's happening under the ground there and be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's only going to be this much shit happening here. It's like there could be a whole bunch of extra shit. I don't know what causes those giant explosions. I guess just water from the ground, or like not groundwater, but I don't know, like pockets of water underneath the soil or something. Could that be a thing?
What causes what?
Like all the steam. That's what causes these explosions. It's like the lava mixes with water at some point as it's coming out, or as it's working its way through the ground. So I don't know.
It sounds like the earth cracks and then the water goes into the crack and then it starts steaming down there, right?
That could be it too. I'm not sure. It's weird. Are there pockets of water underneath the ground soil?
Yeah, the aquifers. Yeah, that's where most water.
Yeah, so maybe it's like hitting something like that. It's like it like melted into it or something.
Just hitting an aquifer.
Yeah, and then all that shit just like fucking super steams up, and then that's why you have all these crazy other little random explosions happening. So I'm just thinking, like, what if there's some crazy aquifer down there that nobody really knows about, and then, oh, that mixes together, and then that fucking volcano really blows the fuck up, dude. That'd be sick. That would just be why I wouldn't move to a place like Hawaii, where it's like, oh yeah, let me just go to like where the Earth is still birthing itself. Let me go here, or where shit's still happening. You know what I mean? It's like the land's being created here, dude. This is where it's all like. This is literally how all this other shit happened. It's the baby stage. You're gonna be here for all the growth spurts, and that's a growth spurt, technically. Is that going to physically grow the island? Is that how that works? Is it just volcanoes that do that over time?
I think that's how most of those Pacific islands for sure.
Yeah, so really it's just growing, right? It's kind of like when your like nipples hurt when you're going through puberty and shit. It's just growing pains, dude. The volcanoes are just like nipples. They're like they kind of look like nipples too, bro. Volcanoes are just the nipples of the earth, man. They're the hard pubescent nipples of a young earth man. Of a young earth teenager. If the earth was a teenager, volcanoes are the hard, painful nips that just cannot be satisfied with any amount of stimulation or lack thereof. They just hurt.
You lost me on that.
You never had that problem?
I remember my nipples hurting too bad, no.
I might have nipple pain. All the time, my nipples would hurt. Yeah, dude.
It's gone though now?
Yeah, bro. It's the real shit. I taped them before. I think I taped dude, I lactated twice.
I was I think I did too, for real though.
I'm so glad I said that. So whatever you're about to say, fuck that. Now what happened?
Someone gave me a titty twister one time, and there was some water there afterwards. I was like, I think I lactated. That's all I really know. I just know it was wet after they titty twisted me. It only happened once. They tried again. Didn't work.
They titty twist you with their mouth?
Is it the finger?
That's pretty Remember
the staircase I was on?
What if you juiced something out there, man? What if you got something good in there, man? What if you got the secret serum?
It might have just used to been a pimple.
What if
so hard?
What if they checked it and there was something with your pituitary gland, not your pituitary gland, with your whatever that glands are, your nipple glands, that was like the cure for cancer, dude. And they had to like literally suction cup your nipples like a chick, like who's like getting milk. Like
that's definitely not how they would do it.
No, dude, that's how they would do it. They would have to harvest it from you somehow, right? So they would just have to be like, all right, sit down, man, and then literally you just be getting farmed. They'd be like, you listen, you're gonna live however you want. You're gonna have all the greatest shit, but listen, for an hour a day, we're milking those goddamn titties, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just one.
One a day.
One nipple.
Alternating.
No, it's only one of them lactates.
Only one lactates? Oh, dude, you're gonna be in pain then, brother. They're gonna be fucking tearing that nipple up, dude. They're gonna be.
I like how you decided it already cures cancer.
That's the only way that this whole thing works out, dude. Is it's got to be something that big. The cure for cancer. This fucking dude's nipple is gonna have to take one for the team. That's just how this works.
So what I was gonna talk about was I was listening to a podcast that talked about talking online, especially like when you go to stores and there's always that little chat box that pops up, right? And like, you ever talk to one of those things?
Like a chat bot?
Chat box. Right. So like you're on a website or something and it's like, hey, you want to chat? Like a little box and you can chat down there.
No, I would never click that. That sounds like a pop-up. Why would I ever click that? That sounds awful. So what is this now?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I would just always ignore something. Anything that pops up on my screen, I'm ignoring that. Anything that looks like a person that I don't know, when it's like, hey, how are you today? So and so, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
I get super creeped out by it instantly. I'm like, hey, fuck you, guy. Don't. It'd be like somebody walking down the street and somebody's like, hey, Christian, that you don't know. You know how that feeling? Like, you're like, whoa, dude. I don't even like that. You know who I am, and I don't know you, and that's just creeping me out right now. Like, why are you acting like you know me?
Well, you're on their site, right? So it's like it's similar to being in the store and being bothered by the store attendant.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Or like, hey, you need any help there? And you're all, no.
Yeah. Yeah. So
sometimes you do, but people that do talk to them essentially kind of get an eerie feeling, right? Like, is this a person or is it a bot? You don't really know, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do you? What's
bot.
your inclination?
It's just a bot.
It's always a bot.
Pretty much, dude. Yeah, it's always a bot. I don't see why. It's literally just. It's a bot because why would it be a person? If it's accomplishing a task that an AI couldn't significantly handle, like having a nuanced conversation with somebody that could involve slang or whatever. If it's a job that an AI wouldn't be assigned to in a workplace, then I just would know. You know what I mean? That I'm not talking to somebody yet. Like, unless you're like going into like a actual text chat room thing that you're getting like help feedback from on like something that they don't even really know what you're talking about yet. So it could be something really intricate, like say if, for instance, with like a video game, you're playing a video game, you have some problems, so you go to the tech support for World of Warcraft or whatever, and it's just a chat-based thing because it's easier and to connect people than it is to talk on the phone. And so if you got some problem in the game where it's like you're talking about all this shit, you're talking about this happened, this is why this happened, you know, there's no way an AI is going to be able to understand what all this bullshit in World of Warcraft in whatever dumb way that you might be putting it as a human. You know what I mean? But if it's like something like that, or just like a simple fucking like getting information from me or something, yeah, you can almost guarantee it's a bot, dude. I used to talk to those bots all the time back at AOL Instant Messenger. You remember those? They had bots that would fool you back then, man. This isn't nothing new, dude. Everybody's tripping out about it just because AI is so hot now, but it's like, it's pretty easy to make a bot that could fool somebody if you're just trying to, but after a while, you'll always be able to tell. You just keep typing weird shit.
So what I was gonna talk about though is that there's a test. So it had to do with Turing. Have you ever heard of
the Turing test?
Right, but that's really more about a computer language.
Yeah.
That's machine's ability to exhibit intelligence over a behavior equivalent to or distinguish. Okay, no. So the Turing test
the Turing test is whether or not a person can distinguish a machine AI from a human being.
Right.
Tell. Yeah.
So I was actually thinking of Turing complete, which is if a computer language is Turing complete, it can do anything. So anyways,
I have no idea what that means. You literally just dropped the most random fact on a bunch of people who have no context for that. What the fuck is that? He just blurted that out, dude. Like you literally taught yourself that so many times. You had to like memorize that or something.
No,
that just bled out of you.
So a lot of people like to ask questions like, "Is this language better than this language?" Or like, "What is this language?"
English. English is best. English is best.
Talking about computer languages, and they're trying to.
Sorry, you got me all riled. Right? No, you said which language was the best language, and I had to answer that question.
English. Well, so like they're talking about Python, Java, C, right? And then what people often have to say is like, well, they're all Turing complete languages, so you can technically do anything.
Okay.
But
any of them cut out when you said that. Go ahead.
You can do any. You can write the program to do anything if it's Turing complete. If it's not, it's got limitations. That's the Turing complete. So,
what's that? Oh, we lost you for a sec there. His thing came undone. So yeah, I think he's about to tell us some more about bots and the Turing test. Yeah, I just feel like if you keep asking questions to a bot, like you just There's no way it's going to be able to answer all. Yep. Go ahead. There's no way it's going to be able to answer all believably is what I was saying.
All the questions that you asked like a bot?
Yeah. If you just kept rolling questions out to it by the 100th question, there's a 0% chance.
If you had infinite time, you'd definitely be able to...
Not even infinite. Give someone fucking 15 questions and almost always. And if you're talking about that Radiolab podcast, the fucking lady that they did the test with, and she went against the crowd every time, it was just because she was trying to do that. It was a completely based in her own, how am I going to be perceived by everyone, which is why she went against it. Everyone else in that room knew goddamn well who the human was in that experiment.
Right, but then they did the second experiment, right? Which I don't really care about that test, but in the actual test that they were talking about, where no one has actually been able to beat it, and I think that's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it was possible, then AI would be a thing, because it would be able to think for itself. But when you present it with a situation that the human hasn't already thought of, that programmed it, it can't produce a natural response. So that's how you can always tell.
Right. So my strategy when I was thinking about how I'd go about it, it would be just wordplay. Like I would connect words and ask it what it meant. Only if it was a human would it be able to interpret words that I just made up and then project a meaning.
Or just be extremely sarcastic the whole time. Just like if you like joked about everything or said things like metaphorically or stuff like that, maybe.
But I remember that I remember them being able to pick up on sarcasm when I was on AOL Messenger even.
Oh yeah, it's when you type /S. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
that's the sign for sarcasm, yeah. Yeah, there's just so much different little nuances to how somebody would respond to something, or just to language in general, of like you said, different types of wordplay, stuff like that, and just different types of things that are natural to a human experience, that, or just the sheer amount. It really, dude, it's just limited by the sheer amount of, I can't program every goddamn thing into this fucking thing. You know what I mean? You can't program every situation
for itself.
Exactly. It's got to be able to do it on its own, and that's just the big problem. But when that happens, we're all fucked. What?
Was that the same podcast where they did the Furby, the Barbie, and the gerbil?
I think something like that, yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So, but
that was horrifying.
It kind of was weird. But the guy
who the fuck did they give that dinosaur to, dude?
Yeah,
that kept destroying.
What was that?
That could be fucking real, dude.
That dinosaur is definitely real.
All right, the dinosaur is real, but the way that they played it in this Radiolab podcast is that they literally made it into like this. They edited that audio to make it sound crazy, bro. To make it sound like they were like monsters, two monsters destroying this baby dinosaur as it screamed for its own life. And how were they able to keep smashing it? It's like, what? They made it seem, didn't I don't know, did it make you, did you feel like they were kind of selling it really fucking hard?
I'm sure they were. I actually didn't get that far. I got to the
dude, you gotta listen to that part. You gotta listen to that part because it'll make you second guess the whole thing. You're like, wait, whoa, man, these guys are really fucking trying to drill this point in right here. What the fuck?
Pleo? It's called Pleo?
Yeah, there's like a AI baby dinosaur that, like, if you hold it by its tail, it cries. It cries if you hit it. It like it just reacts to a lot of different shit. But there's a guy, obviously, you know, programming all this stuff in there. But it seems so real that they were just experimenting as to like whether or not people felt bad for it.
The price on one of these things?
What does it look like? Describe it to me.
So it's okay. So it's like a Littlefoot from Land Before Time, but it's got a green top instead of like being brown, and then it's got a light brown bottom, which is the same. That's pretty much it. It looks like it's.
What's it made of?
It looks like it's. Yeah, it looks like it's rubbery. You know, like I'd expect it to be kind of sticky.
Same shit as probably a sex doll.
It's not as clean. Yeah, it's similar. Yeah, so
what if it had a
that's
hold the
it.
fuck in the back, and that's really what it was? And it's just like, and it's just for dudes who wanted to take their bestiality into the fucking Stone Age.
All about. So how much do you think one of these things costs?
Fucking 5 to 10 grand, at least.
10 grand.
Yeah, dude. That's a lot of bullshit. That's like one of those things where he's only probably made like fucking 10 of them.
Doesn't even seem like they're really available anymore. I found an original Robot Pleo dinosaur in original box incomplete. What the fuck does that mean? Just the box? There's another.
Yeah, it means I got the eyeball. That could be incomplete still, right? What? Sorry.
There's another one here on eBay for $300, but if you want a new one on the Zon, $1,000.
Definitely overshot that by a lot, but yeah, $1,000 still. And it's just is it walk or anything?
It kind of looked like it walked in the video I was watching, but I don't know, I quit watching it.
I used to have this really shitty Godzilla thing that would walk around, and it would fucking, I don't know what they had in this thing, but it would like put steam or smoke out of its mouth, dude. Smoke would come out of its mouth.
What?
Swear to God. It was a Godzilla toy, and you push a button, and it would go, and then it would fucking smoke or steam or something like that would come out of its mouth, dude. Look it up, see if it's out there.
So I had a Godzilla toy too, but mine just the arms moved. Everything else was hard. Its mouth was open and had big spikes on its back. Love that thing. Did it cut out?
What was it?
Godzilla.
Oh. I'm telling you, this one was like the fucking biggest hazard you could ever have. It's one of those things that you think back and you're like, this is a crazy fucking toy that a kid had, dude. Godzilla smoking mouth toy. Yeah, here it is, bro. I mean, it's legit, dude. It walked and smoke came out of its mouth. What the fuck do you think was in this shit, dude? $70 only for this thing, dude. Smoking Godzilla. I can't believe I can't believe they sold this shit to kids. There's probably it has to be some type of combustion going on in there, right? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually looking at my Godzilla. I'm more interested in that one.
We're looking at fucking Godzillas right now. We're live on the internet. Fucking looking at Godzilla toys and shit like a couple of assholes. What the fuck?
But childhood, I actually have nostalgia live on the air. Actually, and I found it. Turns out, not just the arms moved, the head twisted and both the legs twisted. So it had 5.
That's pretty tight. But did it breathe smoke, dude?
No, that sounds like a gimmick, dude. That
I had the biggest dick
cool.
toy. I had the biggest dick toy in the block, dude. This motherfucker breathing smoke, walking around. You can't handle that, dude. What does your bitch ass Godzilla do?
He got spikes on his back.
I don't even know why Godzilla was breathing smoke, to be honest with you.
Yeah, why wasn't he breathing fire?
Yeah, dude. It'd be hilarious. You just had to hold a lighter to it, dude. That's all. It's just flammable
that's what
gas.
you did?
No.
Oh.
So, dude, I had an idea recently. It's a pretty good one.
No, I really found it this time. Sorry. Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead. No one cares about our Godzilla toys.
Yeah, get your goddamn Godzilla. First off, just really quick, dude, let me acknowledge the attire here by bring out the first wife beater I've seen in probably 6 or 7 years, maybe. I've not seen a wife beater in so long, dude, and you're bringing it back right now.
It's a tank. You know, it's got a graphic. You can't see it.
No, yeah, it's just wife beater to us, dude. Don't worry. You look like Eminem got his shit together. You look like an Eminem that got his shit together. Nah, put it back up. We don't need this view. Now this is just getting weird. Now this looks like we're on chat roulette. Seriously, it looks like you're playing with your dick. You're gonna get us removed.
We can't.
You know they got a filter for that. You know they got a thing that zaps in and hones in on those dicks, dude. The hot
popular.
dog filter.
They can't apply the hot dog filter here.
Yeah.
Not enough people watching. They don't even know we're here.
So check this out, dude. It's a social media site, right? That openly tells you that they're going to harvest and sell all your information, right? Everything that you put on there, just like Facebook. We're telling you exactly what we're doing with it. But there's a fucking unique code attached to your account. And every time they pull your number for some type of cereal or something like that, you get a small but noticeable cash out in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I heard about.
Because they're making money. Because they're making money. And
what was it called?
I just thought this up.
No, that exists.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. I was just thinking about this.
I was actually listening to a guy on. I listened to the Cryptoverse, and he was talking about that exact thing.
Well, there you go. It's fucking literally a. I've been thinking about this for weeks now, dude. I've been telling all kinds of people, and just running to buy people. I thought it was the greatest idea I had ever had.
Someone ran with it.
Somebody did, yeah. Somebody actually fucking took advantage of that. So
this is my toy right here. Gotta show you. I
nice.
found it. See that? Look, it looks like it's wearing lipstick. I remember how dumb it looked.
Yeah, you got gay Godzilla, dude. So mine's blowing smoke, and yours is fucking blowing dudes. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
Look at that face.
Oh God, it's the dumbest looking fucking thing ever, man. That was like some shit they erected in fucking the middle of Kentucky somewhere, and it's like dinosaur park. Old shitty fucking badly sculpted dinosaurs.
You know that one of the Godzillas from the Godzilla movie in Japan, they incorporated it into a park that I went to when I was in Japan.
Word. That's crazy. How big is it?
Dude, it's a slide. Like I climb up its back. So they messed it up.
They had a giant dinosaur for real?
This is it, dude. I went
in
here.
Movies?
Look at its dick. You climb up through its dick, and then you slide down its back. Right, this. I accidentally showed up here.
Whoa. So this was in a movie or what?
This was they filmed that's what the sign says in English somewhere. That they filmed it. But this park was the coolest park I've ever been to in my life.
Dude, but
it has this. Yeah.
I'm just amazed by
how big it is.
Oh, what do they do with it in the movie? It was just standing there?
That's a good question. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Get another shot if it's just kind of standing there. The fuck? It's just chilling. That's a lot of work they put into that shit.
Yeah, dude. It was really cool to see, too.
Yeah, they were like, right after that, they were like, we figured out how to shoot stuff. They watched Star Trek, and they were like, how did they get that giant ship in that frame in space? And they were like, dude, make it really small. Make everything else small around it. It's really easy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah, he's all boned up at the bottom. You know that was some Japanese subtle cock reference. They love that shit. Look at that one right there. It's just the tail cock. It's kind of funny looking.
This one?
Yeah.
Little kid. Yeah, dude, but look at this. This park was amazing. It was the coolest park I've ever been to.
That's pretty. They really love Godzilla there, huh?
Yes.
It's like a big deal.
They had this huge rolling slides you could go down, and all sorts of these nets you could.
That's pretty neat.
Done with Godzilla Talk.
All right, yeah, that was it.
Godzilla Talk podcast.
Godzilla Talk podcast. That used to be my favorite thing when I was a kid, dude. I would fucking make my grandmother tell me a story every night about Godzilla and King Kong, and I couldn't go to sleep unless she fucking told me all about goddamn.
You make Godzilla up stories every night
fighting King Kong, and pretty much, dude, Godzilla had to win, bro.
Oh, you didn't like it, a King Kong one?
No, man, I was a huge Godzilla guy, bro. I really love Godzilla. And then I think they fought each other in a movie, and it was like, man, fuck that goddamn dude that's trying to fight Godzilla. You can suck my dick, King Kong. I don't need this shit in my life right now, dude. I got Godzilla over here smoking from the mouth. You're trying to come in and fuck everything up and beat him in a fight. Now my smoke mouth Godzilla ain't shit. Because now he's not the champ anymore, dude.
Coming out as crystal meth.
Now he's not the monster champ anymore, bro. All right? So now I got to go find a Donkey Kong thing, a fucking King Kong thing. And guess what? King Kong, no smoke breath, bro. Never had it. Never had it to begin with. So, how about that shit?
Yeah, you're right. King Kong vs. Godzilla was a movie. Got 6 out of 10 on 33% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah,
That's really good.
He squared off against my boy, and you know that's how it works, dude. I'm not having it. I'm on full on team Gzilla, and we don't fucking play those games, dude. If you want to come at my boy Gzilla, dude, we all got his back. He's got the whole team on his back.
Now, it turns out though that Kong is tiny compared to Godzilla. Someone's done a tube on it, so. Yeah,
they tried to beef them all up. They tried to beef them all up to make it make sense. Still, even King Kong beefed up on the Mario mushroom could not handle Godzilla, bro. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Godzilla is the fucking monster champ, dude. He's the #1 guy. You can't fuck with him. Pretty sure he fought moth guys, giant cockroach, some other dumb shit. He fought a version of himself that was metal. Okay.
Now, dude, now I found a hole. Now I'm on a YouTube of 10 dinosaurs caught on camera in real life.
Oh my god, dude. Do not click the clickbait on the Godzilla websites. You over here clicking clickbait live on the podcast, dude? What the fuck, man?
Godzilla Talk Podcast. We got a thing rolling. Dude, I'm looking at the image now. Checks out, dude. This is a real dinosaur.
Really?
All right, I'm done.
What kind of? I'm just like, man, this motherfucker.
I'm heading back inside. Went way too deep on that.
Dude, this is a real dinosaur. He's looking at some shit like we're all sitting on his couch watching TV. What the fuck is going on right now, dude? What is that? I had like an interesting thing to talk about. You were like, yeah, there's some website if they had that cool idea, and then you just derailed into full-on Godzilla action. Full-on Godzilla. And then you try to bring King Kong into it, and
I think you brought Kong into it.
Maybe I did.
Talking about your G-Ma having to have a story. What was the best story she ever told?
I don't remember, dude. It's pretty much Godzilla whooping fucking King Kong's ass every time, though.
There was never a story where they became friends.
No. Why would they do that?
Why can't
Maybe
they
did for a second. Maybe they did for a second, but she watched a lot of General Hospital, dude. So, I mean, King Kong, Godzilla would be cool for a second, and then King Kong would fucking backstab him, dude. And you couldn't trust him.
What if
yeah, man.
You know, too. The three-headed dog from
Cerberus?
From Harry Potter came, and then what if they had to team up to beat it? Then what?
Then they beat it up, and then Godzilla and King Kong square off.
They can never.
What are they friends now? What are they friends now? No, it was a necessary thing. But now we got to deal with each other because there's only one monster champ, and I don't need you in here fucking trying to be fucking climbing down buildings and shit when I'm trying to sleep in the ocean. Every time he's climbing down buildings, guess who has to wake up in the ocean? Godzilla, just trying to sleep, chilling. Then all of a sudden, crazy monkey, fucking jumping around the goddamn buildings, pissing people off. Gotta go fucking lay the law down, dude.
Godzilla can breathe underwater.
That's where he lives, dude.
Why does he come up out?
He's a fucking lizard. Because he's tired of everybody's bullshit. He's like, man, god damn you motherfuckers. At first he was just a monster, but then he would start coming up and like fucking fighting goddamn giant monkeys and shit and giant cockroaches or whatever else was giant at the time. It was something giant. Whatever something's giant. If you build something too big, it might set him off, dude. Okay, just fucking. There's actually a building code in Japan. You can't build beyond a certain width of building, because that's why you see a lot of those buildings that go like this, dude. That have the hourglass kind of apple core shape. Because if they get too big, it'll trigger him off, and then he gets pissed. He comes out, and he's like, "Who's giant?" He's like, "Who's fucking giant out here right now? God damn it!" And he figures it out. And he's like, "Oh, this fucking thing," and then or this guy or whatever it is.
Crushes it.
Yeah, and he fucking destroys it. And then he's like, "All right, I'm going back to sleep. Y'all quit doing big shit. And if there's anything else big, I'll be back. Sorry about all this mess." That's the only thing he doesn't think of. That's why Godzilla sucks. It's like Godzilla's just trying to help out by going and dealing with whatever the fucking giant problem is at the time. I'm pretty sure he came out one time and was like, "Listen, global warming," and they were like, "Take him out," because he like stepped on 3 buildings on his way to tell somebody. It's a problem, dude. Godzilla's just like, "Listen, I have big information on the Russian collusion with Donald Trump." They're like, "No, dude, you destroyed everything on the way here. Now we got to fuck you up." So before he ever gets his point out, for people to really realize how much of the monster champ he really is, Fucking, they're already attacking him because he's done fucked up and literally probably, destroyed a couple places along the way to Washington. Especially if he came out in like Florida. If he came out of the water in Florida and had to go all the way to Washington to get the message to the president, there's a lot of destruction along the way. It's going to be hard to sell whatever he's got to say at the end.
Well, Washington D.C. is right on the bay though. He should be able to swim all the way through the bay.
Yeah, but he's
right?
probably going to be like, he doesn't sleep or swim during the, man, he's chilling in the Gulf. He's like, it's nice and warm. I'm not about to swim through all that shitty water in the Atlantic Ocean. Might as well just walk beeline right to it, He says, if it's important enough for him to climb out of the goddamn ground, dude, or out of the water, he's probably just going to beeline right to wherever it is. And I got a feeling if Godzilla does exist in America, he'd probably just be on the coast. Otherwise, he's not fucking around in America. He's Japanese only, right?
Man, I kept seeing real news this week that they're looking for the Loch Ness.
Man, that always pops up once every 5 years just to test the waters on whether or not people are still dumb as fuck in this country.
It's
like, wait, does the Loch Ness Monster still get hits? Yep, we're still good, everybody. Don't worry, everything's cool. America still will click on the Loch Ness Monster, no matter how ridiculous it is.
They're going to be testing DNA samples.
They've always been testing DNA samples. They don't mention that. They're like, oh, they're getting some new ones, and we need a grant because somebody get a fucking article out there, and let's get some traction behind this dumb project where we spend fucking money from a school or whatever on tracking down the Loch Ness Monster.
Let's switch to a Westworld Talk podcast.
Oh no, dude, I haven't watched. No, I haven't watched in like a week or two.
Watch?
No, I haven't watched. I'm waiting on Mike. Mike's supposed to fucking. We've been watching.
Maybe you're waiting on Mike.
I'm waiting on Mike to fucking watch it with me. He's like I said, he wasn't around last Sunday. Usually we just bail at the end of the podcast.
You guys have like a
hey, dude,
get together.
Dude, do you want to watch Westworld right now? Sign off the podcast on Base Scripters, and then we do it. Don't tell any listeners, though. Don't tell people that listen. Shh. Don't mention that. Don't bring up Westworld right now. You went into a big spoiler last time, dude. You came in spoiled hard. No, don't. You want? Nope. Don't.
You guys ever call people and ask them about Westworld if they're missing it?
No, we ask people if they think that fucking AI is going to take over and shit like that. We say that we're scared. I'm hiding under the covers because I think artificial intelligence just happened.
It just happened.
I think this bot just transcended in a conversation with me, man. I think this bot became self-aware. It's freaking out right now in this chat room. I'm in a chat room with one of your bots on your website, ma'am, and I think it just transcended. What were we just talking about before you were trying to go spoiling? You went you derailed off something into spoils. Post.
I don't know. I wanted to talk about Westworld.
Oh, you were going about Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch Ness.
Yeah. Why would you even bring that up? You didn't talk about it. You were just like, yeah, this is dumb as fuck. Why am I even looking at this?
You're talking about Godzilla and stuff, and then whoever's the biggest monster. And then I was thinking about the this monster. Old Nessie.
Old Nessie, dude. Do you think there's any fucking chance that that's real?
I think that there's really some weird fish that lives under the water that may or may not be dead. It's like one of those one of those sharks that lives 500 years. What are those things called? A Greenland shark, I think.
Yeah, somebody would have killed that motherfucker by now, dude.
Well, no one killed.
Where's that shit at? Where is it at?
Greenland shark's it lives for 500 years.
No. Where's that? Where's Loch Ness? Isn't it in Ireland or something?
Yeah, somewhere up there.
Man, a bunch of Irish fishermen in that lake. Somebody would have killed that motherfucker by now, dude. Some Irish guy would have been like, all right, I'll get this giant fucker here.
Yeah, Greenland shark, 300 to 500 years.
It was an Irish pirate. And where do they live? Greenland shark? You said Greenland. So it just got trapped in there, and now it's just fucking floating around, even though a shark looks nothing like a Loch Ness monster. It was just like, oh, yeah, we got this one monster here. Let's just think it's like, oh, yeah, Bigfoot's real. Oh, no, but there's a fucking old bear that lives out there. And it's like, well, then that's not even the same fucking species. It's not even remotely.
So, anywhere from like...
And he got no long neck.
Canada on the Atlantic side, up to Greenland, up to anywhere around the English, all the way down to France. All, from there to there.
Yeah.
Finland to France, all that area.
From Finland to France, Finland to France. Everybody pull down your pants. Finland to France, from Finland to France. Everybody pull down your pants. Let me see you do the ice dance, it's real cold. Let me see you do the snow dance, it's real cold. Balls in the flow, no balls in your booty hole. It's so cold, my balls crawling in my booty hole. It's so cold, my balls crawling.
You guys
It's so cold.
release any more nasty hooks? I haven't been keeping up with the
No, Travis
SoundCloud.
had to get back surgery. He smoked his back out.
Damn, he smoked his back out.
Yeah,
What
he had to
happened?
get
For
it.
real though.
He literally smoked his back out.
He coughed that
He
hard.
squinched a cough and slipped a disc. Yeah, he was probably just, back was already fucked up before that, but that was the thing that broke it.
Slipped a disc.
Yeah, and he had to get it like fused or something, or like removed.
Dude, how about this? I actually collapsed at work. My back spasmed on me last Friday. About a week ago tomorrow.
Really?
Exactly a week ago tomorrow. Yeah, my back spasmed on me. Happened once. Kept going about my day. I was already in a world of pain. My back was so tight. Then it happened again. And I was like, all right, gotta get out of here. So
It
I
happened
went,
out of nowhere, where you just like feeling fine, and then all of a sudden you just tweaked it. Some
No,
crazy way?
I woke up that morning and just it kind of just built. Like I haven't been so busy with all like one finishing up the semester, two I moved.
Mhm.
I'm not close to the place I used to do yoga all the time, so I had to like find a new place. I haven't felt like doing that. And three, parents came into town for all the graduation stuff. So I haven't been sleeping all that great. Just, haven't been stretching all that great, and then finally it just caught up to me, dude.
Yeah.
Did do yoga for about 2 months. Happens.
I mean, that doesn't just make you hurt your back, though. That's not.
It wasn't
just because you don't do yoga though, doesn't mean you don't hurt your back. I'm saying you had to have just like tweaked it, and then you just kept fucking with it. You know what I mean?
Well,
like you said, not sleeping too much, man. Just not giving it time enough to heal, and then eventually it's like.
It just tightened up.
That's what I'm saying. That seems weird.
I mean, it probably it tightened up from all the exercise, right? Where I'm like muscles are getting tight, and then I do a little stretching, but probably not enough.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, depending on the exercises that you're doing, I guess. But you said you were at work, so it was just. I feel like sometimes it's just that weird motion that you do that your body just wasn't in sync at that time, and you just fucking did something fucking weird, man. I feel like that's how a lot of times that shit happens.
So like I slept and it tightened up on me overnight. So I woke up and I could barely like sit down to get my car stuff.
I see. It's kind of like
so tight.
Yeah, it's kind of like you fucking like bent a piece of wood the same way all night, and then now it's kind of like shaped like that, and then it doesn't want to.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to bending it the other way. Bending it the other way is super hard. You know what I mean? So it's gonna
Yeah, and I was just standing up, dude. I didn't even want to sit down. I was like, I think it's gonna tighten up if I sit down. Anyways, I left and I went to did a hot yoga thing. They had a sweet 10 for 10 thing. So I got $10 for 10 days. Fucking sick. So I've been going every day, and I went 2 times that first day and that Friday, and I was still like world of pain that evening. Went and did that was last Friday. That's why we missed it. It's because I was hanging out with Erica for our anniversary, and I was just barely my mind was just thinking, what do you call it, about my back the entire time. And then I spent that whole weekend just doing yoga. And I went to a CBD store to try that because I got one of those here, right? That's just legal.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think it's the same without the weed. So there's something to the weed.
Well, a lot of those places are bullshit. Like they say, that finding good CBD is just like finding good weed.
Oh, really?
I mean, think about it. Why wouldn't that make sense?
That does make sense.
If there's weed has better than the shit that gets you high, I'm sure it has better than the shit that gets you by too. So I'm definitely sure that people would take advantage of opening up a CBD store and then just selling low quality product because it's mostly a placebo effect for a lot of people anyways. But like the only reason I believe in it is because there's like athletes that like rub it on topically and like get immediate relief and shit.
I don't think topically works. I went all bloodstream. He ended up giving us like some bakery items.
It doesn't get in your bloodstream.
What?
You can't get in your bloodstream transdermally.
Topically, I mean, it just takes long. I don't know. It just takes long. It's not as potent, right?
I guess.
Like if you're trying to get hydrated through your hand, it'd take a long time.
That's for sure. But if it's not hydration you're trying to get in there, if it's something that combines with oils,
let's say that you were trying to get high through your hand.
That would still just sit on your skin, though, right? I mean, yeah. Getting high through my hand. Like, yeah, no, I definitely see what you're saying. I'm just trying to think of how that would work.
Exactly. How is the CBD working? That's what. I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm saying that I think if it did, it definitely does work better if you get it in your bloodstream.
So, yeah, I guess you can't get in the bloodstream through your skin. Just trying to, like, I'm trying to think of any example of something that you could rub on your arm or rub in your body, and then it's like you couldn't rub like a Tylenol into your arm, right? That's gonna be in your bloodstream, or what?
I think you could. Like, it just doesn't get much. It doesn't do much, right? Like the same thing in my head.
No, I think you might be right. We're basing this on absolutely nothing, which is the basis of this whole thing.
I'm basing this on my swimming experience. It's just not a good way to get hydrated.
Basing this on my swimming experience, and guess what? I've been really thirsty before, and can't drink through your hands, brah. So.
And I also know you can't get hydrated.
Answer that.
With weed. So I don't know why you get CBD through your hands. Like that's the only part going through.
Yeah, that's weird. Maybe it's just maybe it's got like some type of other properties that don't need to be in the bloodstream. Just like, you know, you can rub you can rub like, you know, like a Bengay or something like that. That does shit.
Yeah, I tried the Bengay. I actually like put the Bengay on right. I was in so much pain right before I went in that CBD place, and there was like this older black lady talking to the guy behind the counter while I was waiting. She's like, "What's that smell?" And he like goes to explain it, and I was like, "Oh, that's me." Like, I was like, "I have crippling back pain," and I just put on Bengay.
What?
I did, dude. I could barely.
She was
move.
like, "No, that's not what I was smelling."
No, it was what she was smelling.
I know, but how funny would that be, though? You were just like, "No, it's me. I smell like Bengay." And they're just like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?" You just pop up and it's my back. I got Bengay on, y'all. Don't mind it.
I felt awkward. I felt weird, right? Because I smell like Bengay. I'm like, I'm really stinking the place up, right? Like I just walk in. It's like the people that wear a shit ton of perfume at work, or the girls, I guess, guys would wear cool.
No, dude, there's definitely dudes that do that. Trust me.
Oh my god, dude!
It's intense.
Just take a bath. Like, don't use.
We don't need it. Like, you're trying to pick up pussy here in a place where you're fucking not allowed to pick up pussy anyways, or something. Like, you're the manager here at this restaurant. You're not supposed to fuck anybody here. Yet you smell like you're trying to fuck everybody here. It's fucking weird. It's kind of a weird thing, dude. Like, why else would you be wearing that shit all the time?
Because you don't shower. That's what I was getting at. Squirt.
Don't shower. Oh, yeah, just a little squirt, pull a shower.
Good to go.
Good to go. I don't think the Polish had cologne. That's ridiculous.
Grease in my hair.
The Polish don't use cologne. That's crazy. That's a Puerto Rican shower, I believe, is the cologne.
Oh.
It's something offensive. Anyways, you got anything else, bro? You got any other topics you want to talk about here? I'm about to go make some food here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold you hostage. I'll just make some stuff up. Can't go.
Let's do it. No, I just didn't know if you had anything, you know, pertinent you wanted to get to. Fucking.
I did want to say that with hot yoga though, today I'm in like basically, you know, doing it once a day. I'm in no pain today. So
really, so you just it was just one of those things you had to stretch your back out. Like I said, sometimes, man, when you sleep, like, you know, you've woken up with like
his back out. I stretched my.
Yeah, well, Travis isn't doing the type of activities you're doing all the time either.
Fucking with you. That wasn't making a real comparison.
Sorry. But yeah, dude, like you wake up with like your neck's all sore and shit. Everybody's had that happen to him before. So it's like if you do that, you twisted your back up and you fell asleep on it weird. Did you like have any drinks the night before or anything?
Not a
Like enough to like go into like a pretty hard sleep is what I'm saying.
No, I didn't drink at all.
No, yeah, so I don't know. Then you just squinched up in your sleep and fucking stayed there too long. I guess I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? You have any dreams, any sleep adventures lately?
Yeah, I actually dreamed that this doctor I know.
You doctor, you know what?
Somehow she's guys related to. Anyways, it's like
You're cutting out again.
It's her cousin. Her cousin's whatever that is. You there? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm waiting. Okay. Something about somebody's cousin.
Anyways, I had a dream. I think last night about him. He died, but couldn't walk. Like his back was all fucked up. So like I don't know why I imagined that back was fucked up, but it's obviously subconsciously because his back was fucked up. And then I was just like going through all his house and looking at all the weird machines that they used to like get him to go to the bathroom and stuff because he couldn't like move his back.
Yeah.
What my brain was going. That was my dream. What about you?
That's crazy, dude. No, that's funny you mentioned that. Is that I just had a dream. It's fuzzy to me now already, but it was something that I knew was a memory of mine that had formed itself into some weird way inside the dream. And it was something just obscure, like a childhood memory type thing. But it was something that during dream time and all that, didn't notice that. The next morning when I was thinking about it during the day, I realized it was basically the or just a memory. So I can't remember what it was, dude. It was something with like me and somebody else, like just some normal childhood, like playing with somebody type of thing memory. But it was definitely something that had happened to me before, and I was convinced that it was just some dreamscape thing. But I'm now completely convinced that it's just your brain is just fucking using the files that it has and just fucking. It's just like it's drawing all the experience. It's almost like the bot thing, right? Where somebody has to think of every scenario, and so the only responses that you can get from the bot are shit that it has been programmed, and the only things that you can get from the dream are shit that has been programmed into you. So while it might be creating a new experience, it's doing it by piecing together all these memories that you have into just something that's different but still works cohesively.
It's learning, right? You listen to the sleep guy on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah. He was the little tiny British fellow.
I didn't watch it, so I have no idea.
He's a very tiny little dude, I think, if it's the same guy, but yeah.
Well, I love that podcast about sleep.
No, it's very interesting.
Really spoke to me. That's another thing. I was all stressed out about not getting sleep because I just listened to that podcast. Going into like 2 weeks of time where I'm just not gonna get sleep was really stressful. I was like, I'm gonna get cancer, heart attack, Alzheimer's, sleep.
It just all seems like all those things that are related to people who don't sleep a lot are just like it seems a lot of that has to be lifestyle incorporated, but for sure, I'm sure it has something to do with it. I'm sure it's not good to not sleep.
Definitely
but to say that all the other shit comes from it is like
I don't think he's saying it's like directly 1-to-1, right? But it's saying it leads to a higher prevalence.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying like right? Or it's just correlated with a higher prevalence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it could be stress and you don't sleep a lot because you're so stressed, and stress is actually the problem here, not lack of sleep. And so stress is why you get ulcers and cancer and all this other shit, because your body's fighting off cortisol all the time and fighting off all that bullshit hormones that your body puts out whenever you're constantly under stress. And then your body's always weaker to, other shit that it actually needs to be dealing with. That Hans Selye guy, I did like a little report on him back in psychology school days, and it's pretty neat, man. Like it's all based on the endocrine system, and like that guy swore that the thing that was related to everything, it's not the cause of anything, but it's related to everything, is stress levels and the hormone levels and shit, because he would be fucking with mice all the time and like doing all kinds of studies with that, and just basically your immune system has to react to whenever you get really stressed out. Your body's got to suppress it because stress it's like your body kicks into your heart beats faster, all that different shit, you know what I mean? You get anxious, And so your body's all tensed up, and then to get rid of those hormones that your body puts out to put you in that state, your immune system has to like flush them out basically. And while it's doing that, it can't be, you know, fucking fighting off this potential cancer cell maybe or whatever. That's probably not how that works, but fighting off whatever it is.
Exercise stress compared to other types, is it all the same?
Like stress, you mean exercise stress in what way? Like physical
Stress you put
exertion
on your
stress?
body, yeah. Physical exertion
No,
stress
I think it's referring to like when you're
like mental fear.
like fight or flight type of reactions that people get. Like
those are different.
Yeah, like say you constantly have like a test that you're gonna do, and that releases, you know, a certain amount of stress. So it's like say somebody is, you know, like a fighter or something like that, and they got to fight once a week. The amount of stress that's gonna go through that could have an effect on their health or something. That's a bad example.
Okay, example.
I guess,
like
but
every day they're doing physical, but then as it gets closer to the fight, their actual fight or flight is going to be building.
Yeah, it's like or it's like say somebody who's been abused. You know what I mean? They're gonna have tons of health problems probably in their life later on, or just even, you know, earlier on, because they're constantly scared, and so it's just releasing these. Like, you know, everything's a chemical. Like when you feel good, that's a chemical, right? When you feel angry, it's chemicals coming out, right? Different shit that your endocrinal system is pumping out to adjust to the situation to get you primed up for whatever it is you need to be feeling right then. And so, you know, it's the same thing with feeling stressed or scared or anxious, you know what I mean? Or just fucking angry, or just you're constantly worrying about something. Your body and your mind aren't resting. And so when you're not in a resting state, that's when you fix shit in your body, is when you're resting. And so if your body's constantly like dealing with the fact that, oh shit, it's going down, and trying to suppress that at the same time, yeah, it's got to be taxing on you in so many other ways. And he said, especially with like he literally just said like anything, man, like it just makes it to where you're more likely to get fucked up than you were before. It compromises you. He said it was the most important thing in life is to fucking not be stressed out, try to mitigate that shit. So if you're in a job that sucks, like to the point where you're at home and that's all you think about and you can't relax, and it's affecting your relationships with other people, and you're getting angry and you're lashing out, and then all of a sudden, you know, you got a stomach ulcer or something like that. It's like, man, it could literally just be because you're so stressed out. That's fucking crazy. And so, yeah, I'm sure that affects your sleep and everything else, dude. If your body's fighting off being anxious and scared, it's got to be pretty hard to go right to sleep. So then I would imagine that if you're worrying all night about your bills or worrying about whatever or trying to escape it with drugs and alcohol, you're not going to be sleeping too good. Correlation, perhaps. Down. Serious bullshit breakdown. That was a serious bullshit breakdown.
With that, get some sleep, folks.
Of correlation over... yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's definitely open to both, but I don't think anybody knows what the best way to sleep is, man. It's so weird for different people. Some people do sleep for fucking like 20 minutes at a time and shit, and they get by fine. I don't know what the
that guy just I mean, maybe for a nap, not
you what?
That guy on.
Isn't there like a sleep program where you can like sleep for 20-minute increments?
There is, and he talked about that on the podcast with Joe.
Oh yeah. So he would say, I'm sure it's not.
He said that was bullshit. It's like it might keep you alive, but it's not a good idea. You need all those sleeps, because Joe even brought up like, oh well, weed's like good for you because it takes you straight to the deep sleep, man. Like you don't need that. And the guy was like, no, you need all the stages, and he broke down why you need.
Yeah, but also, if you're, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like if your body needs to sleep, you should just sleep. Right?
Right.
Like, say if you wake up after sleeping for 5 hours, should you go back to sleep to get that extra hour? You know what I mean? And I just feel like everybody's bodies are so unique. We talk about everybody's diets being unique. Like, I feel like everybody's sleep system is probably pretty unique, too. And there's probably different people who are better at not sleeping than others for a fucking really biological reason. I would imagine that would be a fucking plus.
But he talked about, like, he studied large populations of people, and he spoke to, like, there is a case for, like, it was like, you're more likely to be struck by lightning than have this where you need like less than 5 hours to sleep. But so it's not impossible, but it's highly improbable.
Yeah, my grandmother would sleep like 3 hours a night, dude. Swear to God. All the time. Always.
But she's super old. She's not like doing stuff during the day. I think when you're
No, dude,
old,
she did everything during the day. This lady was not super old. She was like in her 50s, cleaning the pool every day, fucking cooking dinner, watching all kinds of kids, doing all kinds of stuff, cleaning the house, fucking very active, walked fucking miles a day. She would wake up, she would be up at like 4 in the morning. She would go to bed at like 1 watching TV. She would wake up at like 4 and fucking go walking for like fucking 2 hours, dude. Very, very active lady. Literally, dude, like I always remember being like, how doesn't she sleep? It was amazing. Every time I ever slept there, dude. I mean, this lady never fucking slept, bro. Like, she would sleep for like 3 hours. And I wonder if she was one of those very few people that could do that. Because it was literally like, people would talk about it, like how fucking weird it was. And she would laugh about it. And she just doesn't need a lot of sleep. I mean, this lady this lady was like a battery. Like, she would do more shit than somebody who had slept 12 hours that day. I don't know. It's weird.
Still alive?
Yeah. Yeah, still alive. And her mom's fucking alive in like 90s, late 90s, I think now. So they got some fucking
how
long
old is your grandma
now? This lady, she's, I guess in her 60s. I don't really talk to that side of the family much anymore. Ever since my dad's dad died, that was his second wife. She's not like my actual biological grandmother. But, yeah, they all got really weird over there. They're all crazy now. It's like a weird, crazy town, dude. I got a lot of fucking crazy people in my family.
Cocaine involved?
Huh?
Remember, I think that guy was explaining how the doctors, yeah, it was him, how the doctors all have like those residencies where they can't go to sleep, and that was all based off like one doctor that would do these heroic hours, and it turned out he was on cocaine the entire time. He's like, come on, guys, we gotta stay up. We gotta keep going.
No, I don't think they could have afforded that. Or that she could have pulled off doing that all the time. There's just like too many people around. It was one of those things where it's like their house was the house that everybody in the family came to and that lived in this small town. And so there'd just be people coming and going all the time. Like people would just walk in and out like it was a fucking grocery store.
Drug house, dude. It's exactly like every drug house I've ever.
Yeah, everybody in the family was like, there's a family all in the family drug dealer / drugs. They were just coming there to get drugs. That's hilarious.
Coming and going all day.
If it's funny though, if you think about it, like back then, dude, there was no knocking on the door, no doorbell. It was just like, yeah, here comes Uncle Michael or somebody else just walking in. Hey, what's up? And then they just come and chill or eat all the food, shit like that. People would just come through there and smash all the food. And then my grandfather died, dude. It was like the whole place just fell apart, dude. Nobody knew what to do anymore. Everybody lost their minds. I'm just kidding. I don't know if anybody lost their minds, but yeah, I just don't really fucking hear much from him anymore. It's weird how that kind of shit happens. Someone like a fulcrum person in a family dies. Sometimes like all the strings kind of fall apart. You know what I mean?
Falling out.
You ever, you know what I'm talking about though? Like
I mean, I know,
pivotal person.
Yeah.
Yeah. The connector piece. I don't even know how we got on all that, dude. That was fun.
Friend groups like that. Yeah, we were trying to tell the listeners to get some sleep and we were gonna head out. Oh
yeah, well yeah, get some sleep, everybody, and or not, do whatever. If you're tired, go to sleep. You know what I mean? If you're tired and you want to take a nap, your body's probably like, hey man, let's just take a nap. You should probably just do it. You know what I mean? If you can,
and if you can spare
the 20 minutes,
face.
if you can spare the 20 minutes. You know what, man? I think if you just went up to your boss every now and then, and were like, dude, if I took a 20-minute nap, I would be so much better at my job. Can I just clock out and take a 20-minute nap, or whatever it is? I think a lot of people might be like, all right, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Go take a quick nap. I feel like people just ask more. Maybe you could get that nap in, bro. If you could do the head on the desk thing. 20-minute head on the desk, bro, I might be refreshed and ready to go. Just give me a head on the desk, school style.
But I take it, dude. I don't sign out. I just take that.
You take it. They walk by you. They see you. They're like, he needs it probably. If he's doing it here,
dude,
if this guy's deciding at this place right now that this is what he needs to do, he probably needs some sleep. So, all right.
No, I actually, no one comes by. Okay, I can hear the doors open. That's how I know. Like, I got like some kids around me. I hear the doors open. That's when I pop up.
You pop up.
Try to look like I was busy. Like, oh, I was just leaving.
It's just, you're like knocking shit around and stuff. I was just leaving. You look super guilty. Papers. Yeah, you're just looking guilty as shit.
Yeah, I always do. Like, there's like one time, my cube mate came in, so it didn't really matter. But he's like, what's wrong with your face? Like, I have like an impression on my face. Yeah. I'm like out so hard.
That's like, hilarious. Oh. How long were you sleeping for? Like fucking 30 minutes, man?
He didn't know what was going on for real. I was like, handprints. I was like, for real? I was just woke me up, actually. I was trying to make him feel bad.
Bro, man, thanks a lot, bro. Way to go, dude. What an asshole.
You coming into work right now? All right.
Taking a nap. And I'm just clocking in. Let me take my 20-minute nap now, if you don't mind. If you got a 20-minute nap, though, people would be cashing it in odd hours. I'm going to take that 20-minute nap right before I get off, and I'm out. Peace.
The thing is, you can kind of take a break whenever you want when you work an office job. Depending on what office job you work. On my office job, I can go for a walk anytime I want.
Really?
Yeah.
So that just means you can do anything you want?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I really can.
Like, listen, bud, if you need to go do some cocaine, go
well,
ahead.
Yeah,
it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, your shit done. No, you can't do... No. Very conservative work for it.
Dude, they said go for a walk. Listen, Sterling, you're going to go for a walk. Don't ask questions.
About going for a walk?
Go wherever you want. No, go ahead. Go for a walk. You need also a walk.
Also on a military base, so...
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably not too cool. You maybe get some military drugs. Be like, man, let me get them alien drugs. Let me get the Area 51 shit.
You hear about this, guys? The Freedom of Information turned out they were watching nuclear weapons and they were on LSD.
Who?
Some military base out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whoever they were guarding it, they would just do LSD out on the base.
So bored out there.
Yeah, just so fucking bored.
Just so bored. Just like, man, this is the worst job ever. Nobody gives a fuck about any of this shit here. You realize that, right? We're just gonna be standing here.
Let's just fry our brains.
Let's just come on, bro. We got nothing else going on, man. It's nighttime. We're in the middle of the fucking desert. Nobody cares, dude. Just come on. Nobody's gonna come out here. When was the last time somebody's come out here? Like a bomb goes off? What?
Yeah, like they get all of a sudden they're getting called in. They're like, something finally happens.
Yeah. Oh shit. Fucking banging off of stuff, trying to get there. So wait, what happened though? Something did happen?
It just came out that here it is. It just came out that these guys were doing it. I don't know. U.S. forces LSD use at nuke silo highlights staff come a safety issue. At least 14 airmen at a highly secure military 14? Base in Wyoming bought and sold and used LSD and cocaine among other LS drugs between 2015 and
Jesus Christ. They were like, man, if we had alien parts, we'd sell them, bro. Come on,
they were not accused of using drugs on duty.
So they're just buying and selling drugs?
Yeah, on the side. I thought they were doing it on the base.
They're probably buying and selling drugs to fucking people in the government. They're probably like ordered to buy and sell drugs to drug dealers. That's their actual job. That place is just a place to distribute drugs to major drug dealers that the government distributes it to after they, obtain large amounts of it, distribute it from there, and then, oh shit, somebody found out about it. So what do they got to do? They got to take these guys down. And this is how they're taking them down. They're saying that they ran a side drug ring, even though that what actually happened is there's a giant drug ring. And what's going to happen is, in order to get these guys to not say, oh, no, that's not true. It's a whole goddamn thing. The whole government's up in there. What they're going to do is they're going to say, listen, we're going to give you a fucking fuckload of money. Anything you ever need, shut your goddamn mouth. We're going to say that we're going to send you to jail, but we're going to send you to a private island. And then they're going to kill him. And then his car is going to mysteriously drive into a tree. You know how that goes, bro. You get it, right? You're just stroking your mustache.
It goes. I was finishing that.
I love how Sterling just pays no attention to dead air time. It's just like, it could just be literally 10 seconds of nothing, and he's like, oh, sorry, I was reading something. It's like, oh, sorry, you're on a podcast, dude. What are you talking about? What is going on?
Hey, you gotta keep
I need a response, bro. I need. You see how this works? Is that I say something, you say something. You're making me filibuster over here on fucking Godzilla. You made me filibuster on Godzilla for like 10 minutes, man.
I tried to switch off Godzilla.
On Godzilla, master of
Godzilla,
master of the fucking monsters, dude. King of all the monsters, the baddest monster on the block.
We're trying to put these babies to sleep, though. We're heading out.
Yeah, we're heading out. So if you're Team King Kong, don't come back. Don't listen to this podcast. Delete it off your phone. Fuck yourself. If you're Team Godzilla, we'll see you next week. Peace, everybody. Serious bullshit.
Peace.